All right, Dave, you got anything to say? It's day one. We're getting ready to start our trek.
Well, right now I'm pretty excited.
We cheated, took the tram up, and I'm going to return the favor and say that was because of Matt Wagner. It had nothing to do with it. He's joining us again right here.
Back for more punishment.
Yep. So here we are. We're going to head over towards Marion Lake, make camp for the night, and there's far too many people up here for me right now, so I'm going to check out and check back in with you later on. Peace. Dave, he said he needs more energy. I'm not buying it.
A little bit more.
It's Meek. We're calling him the rookie. And there's Matt the Explorer and Salem the experienced trekker. So we started up there at the top of Rendezvous Mountain, and we've made our way down about 3.5 miles, I guess is what we've done. And we are at a fork in the trail where we are going to head back to the crest from here. We could go out Granite Canyon. It's about 8 miles.
I don't like
But we're going to turn left here and go on to the crest and Marion Lake. So, pretty view. And we're going to head that way. And we'll check in with you when we get to camp. Peace out. Hey, here we are. We decided to carry on a little further. There's the Grand in front of us. We are currently in the Jedediah Smith Wilderness area. As I scan to the left here, you got a view of Fossil Mountain. Tonight we're going to try to make it over to the shelf. Don't tell anybody, but our permit says we were supposed to camp about 4 miles behind where I'm standing right now. So we decided to carry on. We went past Marion Lake, and we had a little uphill, and it was Dave's decision totally to carry on. And the rookie, we're calling him.
Making all the decisions right now.
And Salem, not necessarily bringing up the rear, but making sure everybody's safe. So here is Housetop Mountain behind us, and right below it, unfortunately I didn't get any video pictures, sits Marion Lake. Kind of cool spot. Would have been a good spot to camp, but I'm really happy we decided to carry on. So had a lot of vertical loss and gain today. We actually started up there at Rendezvous Mountain, and we came all the way down to the valley, and then had another couple ups and downs that were a few hundred feet. So not the easiest task in the world for us flatlanders, but nonetheless here we are. It's going to help us tomorrow. So I'm going to check out. We'll check in with you when we get to our camp in Death Canyon. Peace out.
He was born in the summer of his 27th year, coming home to a place he'd never been before. He left yesterday behind him. You might say he was born again. You might say he found the key for every door. When he first came to the mountains, his life was far away. On the road, hanging by a song. But the string's already broken, and he doesn't really care. It keeps changing fast, and it don't last for long.
Good morning, everybody. It is Labor Day. And in celebration of Labor Day, these two guys right here have decided they would carry my pack for me so I could celebrate accordingly. Waking up here on Monday, we already had breakfast. We got in kind of late last night and had to find water, so this is the best we could do. We're up here on the shelf. And there's Salem, he's breaking it down. Looks like he put on a fresh pair of socks, I don't know. And so anyway, here we are.
Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. He climbed Cathedral Mountains, he saw silver.
Up there's Lost Lakes. Looking across the Death Valley shelf, Death Canyon shelf. and we're going to check out.
And they say that he got crazy once and he tried to touch the sun. And he lost a friend but kept the memory. Now he walks in quiet solitude, the forests and the streams, seeking grace in every step he takes. His side is turned inside himself to try and understand the serenity of a clear blue mountain lake. And the Colorado Rocky Mountain.
Hey, good morning. Here we are getting ready to start this sheep steps on our way down to the Alaskan Basin right in front of us here. As you can tell by the video, the weather has not been on our side so far this morning. So wet trail, wet granite makes for slow go. But the trek today is short. We'll camp down there today and be believing that better weather is on its way. I'm probably a good 10 minutes in front of the guys here. They're back behind me. We came across a shelf and over Mount Meek Pass into the Jedediah Smith Wilderness area, and now we're getting ready to drop down to the basin. I don't see them. Guys are back there somewhere. So just taking their time, and they'll make their way down here soon enough. So here we are, kind of doing a 360, as slow as I can go. Deal with it. It's too fast, shut your eyes and just listen to the commentary. That's usually best anyway. Actually, it's probably best if there was no commentary. But nonetheless, here we are. We'll check in with you down at the basin.
I've seen it rain fire in the sky. Friends around the campfire and everybody's high. Rocky Mountain 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 High.
Well, we made it to our destination here in the Alaskan Basin at Mirror Lake on time as scheduled at 11:30 a.m. in anticipation of, swing back around here, through the clouds up there sits Buck Mountain and Static Peak. And we were going to do our summit today, but that didn't happen, so we spent the entire afternoon in the tent. I think we got, what, about total of an hour without rain on and off?
Maybe. Maybe.
But you take the good with the bad, and here we are. We're wrapping up dinner.
Yeah.
And tomorrow's a new day. We'll hope for no rain. And we're still on schedule. It's just we thought we had a good jump on it. Matt's finished. You had stroganoff, right?
Tonight I had lasagna.
Lasagna for the traveler. What'd the rookie have?
Stroganoff.
In Salem, the old veteran?
The All-American burger.
The All-American burger. That's still on my menu for later in the week. So we're enjoying a few minutes here at dinner before we get to do what none of us want to do, and that's go back to our tents. We've been in there the entire day. So anyway, here we are, checking in, and now we're checking out. Hey, good morning. It's Tuesday, September something or another, early in the month. Day after Labor Day. Yeah, that's what it is. We're just getting up. Again, still here in the basin. We're getting ready to hike up to Static Peak today. We had a solid 20 hours of rain. Rained most of the night, so I was actually kind of pleasantly surprised when we woke up to this. The sun's out and kind of cleared up all the fog that was in the air and raised up all the moisture off the ground. And so we're wrapping up breakfast here at the backside of Mirror Lake, which, as you can see, is here. And so yeah, we're gonna head that way. That one right there is actually Buck Mountain. The one that's kind of in the middle of that little saddle is, I believe it to be Veiled Peak. Worcester should be right behind it. It's kind of hidden there. But for today, we're gonna go, see if I can zoom in here. That little guy way off in the distance, right there. That's Static Peak. We're gonna go visit that and then come back here and evaluate what the rest of the day is gonna look like. We know for sure that we are gonna pack up and head not for the mountains of Bush, but right over here, over that first, well, not really a hill, but it's not really a mountain, but head over the first ridge that's in front of us there, down into the next one. It's just where Sunset Lake sits. And we're gonna at least get that far. Ideally, we get over Hurricane Pass and into the upper zone of South Fork Cascade Canyon. So that would be a big day. The rain kind of threw us off schedule a little bit yesterday, but we'll see what we have in store. So there's kind of looking west, and can't really see it through the trees. Right there is the Wedge. We'll get a better look at that later. So checking in and checking out.
Sweet summertime.
To Static Peak. We currently are standing at the top of Buck Mountain Pass. Here's a view back kind of southwest towards the Alaskan Basin where we camped last night. And so we're making our way up here. Off in the distance, of course, you can see Idaho. Skies are a lot more promising today than they were yesterday. Here come Salem and Dave. And so we'll sit here for a minute. Perhaps make a phone call or two as we look at, that's Buck Mountain right there, and then we'll make our way around the pass over to Static Peak Divide Pass, and then we'll go up to the top of that right there, and we ought to be up there in about an hour and a half. We'll be up there, so we'll check in with you up there. See ya. Well, here we are, gentlemen. We've muscled our way to the summit of Static Peak, and clouds are still coming up from below. The sun's burning all the moisture off that we've had the past couple of days, so the view to the east isn't so great, but you still got Buck Mountain right there. There's an incredible moraine down there. You can see some, I don't know if you can see it through the smoke, the fog or not. There's a moraine with ice kind of floating in. It's kind of cool to look at. Basically got a vertical wall here. This is the north face of Static Peak, so like most mountains, it's pretty rugged. walk my way back over here. Here's, try to get Salem in the video too, just for evidence that he has arrived as well. We'll take a look at these two knuckleheads trying to get pictures on the edge of life and death. So here we are, kind of looking west, southwest. Feels good to be here. I'm not sure how I'm going to get down. My knees are really hurting me. I'm going to have to somehow, with a straight face, ask if I can borrow somebody's trekking pole. But there's Alaskan Basin. Get a really nice view. Now, you can't really tell. I'm going to swing around here as slow as I can, but pretty much straight ahead in the center of this photo is the top of the tram where we started. And we kind of headed south and away across that, which is Death Canyon Shelf that sits right below Mount Bannon, and Mount Meek, all three in a row. Below us is Death Canyon. Again, you can still see the fog burning from the valley floor. And off in the distance, right straight ahead, I'm going to see if I can zoom in on it. It was a little late. Well, here we are parked at Sunset Lake for the evening. Came off a big day up over Buck Mountain Pass to Static Peak Divide, back down, broke down camp, and we landed here for the day. So it's dinner time. The sun's going down. Figure we better eat sooner than later. Matt, what are you having, Matt? Chicken a la Chuck. And I think Dave's having the same thing.
Chicken and rice.
Chicken and rice. Salem's already.
I got chili.
Salem's got chili. And we're doing a trailside burrito for me. So, found a good spot for dinner. And I just figured I'd check in here with you for those that are paying attention. And over this way, you still got a nice view of Battleship, one of my favorites. There's my tent. And then back this way, we've kind of done a 360. This is the Wedge. Teton Canyon in front of us. The Devil's Stairs are actually back there just a little bit. And you hike up to Mount Meek Pass. We came over the top here and had ambitions of making it a little further, but none of us were really feeling it. So here we are parked, and we will check in with you in the morning.
And if you want these kind of dreams, it's Californication. It's the edge of the world in all of Western civilization. The sun may rise in the east, at least it's settled in a final location. It's understood that Hollywood sells Californication.
Hey, good morning. It's day 4, I think, perhaps Wednesday. We made it up out of our camp at Sunset, and we are up currently at Hurricane Pass. We had a good rain last night. Boy, I wish I could have taken some video of that. Unbelievable. Salem almost ended up a couple hundred yards away. The wind just blew his tent over and almost took him with it. So we had a good rain, and that's why you see all these clouds. It's the sun's still burning this out of here. Of course, right here is Schoolroom Glacier, and below it sits what's normally like an opal-colored pool. It's not this year, just because there's no sun to light it up properly. And then you can still see the valley. There's the first bench with all these little lakes, not lakes, I guess they're ponds. tarns, whatever you want to call them, at the beginning of South Fork Cascade Canyon. And below it you can still see the fog lifting from the valley floor. Over here we got Table Mountain. Everything's pretty well covered with fog. And there's the fellows back here as we kind of look west. And so I just we're gonna check in. A little chilly, a little windy. Maybe you won't even be able to make this audio out. Don't know. Spinning around kind of quick. It's Avalanche Canyon over there. We were gonna try to make it up there, but it's not gonna happen. So anyways, checking in and checking out. We'll see you at camp. Well, we made it to our camp destination for the evening here in the North Fork. We went up as high as we could. We're having dinner right now. There's Dave and Salem. And so we're wrapping up dinner away from camp. In front of us we've got, there's the drainage for Lake Solitude. So we're right below the lake. It sits just above the tree line. And then right directly in front of us, if I turn this way, you can see the drainage from Mica Lake, which sits up top of that shelf. We'd hoped to get up there today, but we're contemplating possibly doing it tomorrow morning after breakfast, kind of as a warm-up hike to what's going to be Paintbrush Divide. And it starts, Paintbrush Divide starts the other side of the trees and walks all along this ridge like this. And then you get over to the talus over here, right where the shadows are, and you switch back right in that area until you get over the top of the pass. So pretty awesome view all the way around, actually. See down into the North Fork Cascade Canyon, and then behind us, or due east of us, is Teton, and the Grand is covered by clouds. Has been all day, interestingly enough. So we made it here. We're just having dinner. Camp is back up there, right behind the trees. And that's going to do it for tonight. So big day. Had about a 10-mile day from sunset to here. And we'll get back down here at dinner. And some good conversation. And we'll check in with you tomorrow morning up at Lake Solitude.
just a monster muley right there. It just keeps getting closer and closer. Look at that thing. All velvet. 8-point monster.
There he is. There's a small black bear. Actually, he's a pretty good sized black bear.
Even my zoom.
I got him on here, Dave.
These things haven't flinched. Way down there is a black bear. And look all the way back here. He looks like he's looking for a mom, and there's our deer. We're just waiting for this black bear.
He's probably a good, what, 200 yards away?
Oh, easy.
Look at him run, man. Good morning. We are at the beginning of day 5, up at Lake Solitude, having breakfast. We camped just below the ridge there, as far up as we possibly could, as close to the lake as we could, because the rest of the day we've kind of got, I believe it's 2.4 miles from here up to Paintbrush Divide. Probably can't tell, but it just follows that ridge, or up into the Talus Field and then over and across. So 2.4 miles to there, and then the rest of our trip is downhill. So we're wrapping up breakfast, watering up, packing up. There's Dave's pack ready to go. Matt's still putting this together. Salem's getting sunscreen on. And here's just a little view of the cirque behind us. A little cloud cover today. I'm actually okay with that because this hike that we're doing is exposed all day. So good with that. So here's a view of the ridgeline. Originally we wanted to make a trip up there. Micah Lake sits above that ridge, right below Peterson Glacier, and between my knees and Matt's feet, and we just decided to that it'll be waiting for us when we come back. So a little view of the lake, a little reflection, and maybe we'll check in with you up at the pass. up, had a little snack, and we are headed this way. Kind of that way, but essentially down through here is the Paintbrush Canyon, and it actually, we're going down this high lake, and it sits right below Mount Woodring right there. So we're going to go right down there. Little snow, very, very little snow. Come back this way. See the Lake Canyon over here. Saw some people up there trying to catch a benchmark. This way. So I'm checking in. We'll see you at the lake. Well, here we are on our last day, actually our last night. It's Thursday, so we'll actually hike out tomorrow. We are at Holly Lake, and kind of settled in. I had a nice easy day today, about 2.5 miles up and a couple miles back down to here. Right now we're making our way across the Talus. The Wagner brothers think they're going swimming, so we'll have to get that on video in the event that that does actually happen. Nice spot. It's been a really warm day. The clouds just came in a minute ago. But for the most part, yeah, it's just kind of been quiet here. Usually there's folks here, and there's not this time, so I'm just kind of panning around here. The Jaw and Rock Chuck Peak and Mount St. John's are over there. We're camped up here in the pines. So swing back around towards the lake, get some video, and try to make a phone call. I've been unsuccessful in doing that, so we'll see how it goes. So we'll check in with you over here at the water. Here we go, guys, starting out day 6. You got any final words for the camera besides pizza? Just pizza. We're about ready to hit the trail here. We're at Holly Lake. Friday morning, day 6. Headed back to the car. Woke up to a nice sunrise. Had a little breakfast and off we go. So, checking in and checking out.